Sweet. All right. Here we go. Downvote.
Yeah. All right, time to fix the old camera.
Oh my god, 2 ads? Are you kidding me?
Yes! You watch those ads. You watch them! I wish I could put more ads.
It's like 20 ads right before, so no one would ever join.
No. Britta, sup?
Sup.
Streamlabs. Do 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 Superman. Do 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 do.
Superman.
All right. Eons of Battle. Hot take, 3D printing isn't intrinsically interesting.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It is still 2016 and 3D printing is magic.
I disagree. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I disagree. Let's just say I watched some YouTube videos today.
Lucky Bat. Ooh. Howdy. James Cameron Clark.
Ooh.
British daylight savings has kicked in and I'm back to watching at 3 a.m.
Perfect.
Whatever else. Hola.
Hola.
Joe Draco's doom has arrived. Mwahahaha.
We're doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes.
Probably a little more medium than that.
All right, I think we're finishing these boys today.
Ooh.
Besides all the bases and everything else that has to get done. But
I mean, why bother? They don't even play very good.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, was it such a wonderful victory for the orcs today?
Yeah, we played some kill team.
Mm-hmm.
It was a quick game.
Yeah,
Holy
it was.
Cow. The orcs stomped. Really, it was over turn 2 when half my kill team was dead.
Yeah, I just the couple of great things happened. I was just in the right position. I got lucky. I used the right stratagems, and they went off at the right time. I mean, it was wonderful. Insane game.
I went home and I read a bunch of Goonhammer.
Oh yeah.
And apparently, Pariah Nexus has helped Space Marines a little bit.
Oh yeah. So you're not gonna buy it?
No.
What does it do for Space Marines?
Well, it adds all the stuff. It adds all the stuff from Elites and all the new stuff from Indominus.
Oh.
It also has some new stratagems. It was apparently with Elites there's chapter stratagems that are available to all armies, but they're only in Elites.
Interesting.
And there's a rule. There's a weird thing that happened where I think the annual or somewhere it was published that a special rule for the Space Marines where it's 2 command points. It's the thing where they can come back with a flesh wound.
Ah.
And then it was FAQ'd to 3 command points.
Oh my gosh.
And then Pariah Nexus came out and it went back to 2 points.
Wow.
And people are wondering if it's going to get FAQ to 3 points.
Mm-hmm. It is good if it happens. Is it you have to roll a 4 up?
I think it just happens.
Wow, it should be 3 points. I have to roll a 4 up.
Yeah.
For it to happen to me. Jeez. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Although it is 2 points for you, I think.
It's 2 points, but I have to roll a dice.
You have to roll dice. But a Space Marine life is worth a little more than an orc.
Right, that's why it should be more points.
No, because then the Space Marine the orcs have more bodies in general.
Yeah, but if it dies, it's. But it's worth more points, so it should die easier.
But I would argue that the Space Marines and orcs are different, and command and stratagems would work differently for Space Marines and orcs.
Yeah, they would be worse for Space Marines and better for orcs.
Yeah, like if Space Marines had Daka for 1 point, I don't think we would need the comeback on 2 command points.
That's true. I think they don't need stratagems at all.
There we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And only orcs have it. Mm-hmm. And you get it for free.
Yes.
I think that's really kind of the best way to do it.
Jasper, how do you play Malifaux? Please tell me. I wish I knew. You can download the rulebook for free. It's like 56 pages. You got to read that. You need a deck of playing cards, and you need a core box, and you need another person with a core box.
Mm-hmm. Or you could be really lonely and play it by yourself.
Yes,
that works too.
Mm-hmm. James Cameron Clark, I'd actually be tempted if there was any decent terrain in Pariah. Also, how can you call everything Pariah and not bring back or even hint at Pariahs? Oh, that's a good point. The Necron Pariahs. I hadn't even thought of that.
All right, rewrite that video.
If there's anything Necrons need, it's another elite choice.
Yep.
Already over half the codex is elites. I think they need a couple more elites. Mm-hmm. Mr. Lion Guy, just discovered the channel, struggling with relearning to paint. This is a fun channel. Nice to say hello to folks. Yeah.
Nice.
Welcome, Mr. Lion Guy.
Yeah, welcome indeed.
Alex Rivas 93. Heck yeah, love watching / listening to you guys while painting. That's what we're here for.
Nice, yeah.
Happy Heretic. So it's leg day. It might be leg day. I still don't know what I'm doing, but no, I'll keep working on the fellas, and by the fellas I mean the ladies. Mm-hmm. I need my browns.
Don't skip leg day. Mm-hmm. And you skipped leg day for quite a few days.
Yes. I was looking at making a Tyrannid kill team, and holy moly, there's the unit called God, what are they called? They're Tyrannid warriors, and they have more options than I've seen like anything be able to take.
Really?
And they're almost all bad. Although one can be a gunner, and I really, really, really wish 2 could be a gunner. There's some armies where 2 things can be gunners, like Space Marines. But not with Tyrannid warriors.
Interesting.
Michael Spitz, attempting my first freehand. It's questionable.
First one always is gonna be.
I think I need a little Vallejo Earth. And lots of Vallejo Chocolate Brown. Boy, I really probably should have just prepared myself a new palette. You guys want to see the palette?
Of course.
Not a lot of room left.
Yep.
I will. I think I am going to go back to the wet palette product. I just want to get some parchment paper because I'm just about out. Hydro Glider just put together my first set of minis. Death Guard, made a couple mistakes, but it was fun. Oh, nice. The Death Guard.
The Death Guard are super cool.
Death Guard are hot right now. And then some Vallejo Earth.
You see, I put up one of the sexy photos of the Plague Marine.
I did.
Up on Instagram.
Your dad.
Your dad.
Hey, Jay, been a fan of your content for a while. Oh, I know. I've read all of your comments.
Yep.
But I've had this question since your latest video. So do you have any stories about the guy we all know who I'm talking about? Wait. Your last video. So do you have any stories about the guy we all know who you're talking about? What do you have?
I don't get it yet.
Stories about Nick? About some of my annoying friends? Stories about
I'm included in that.
Stories about our secret guy at Games Workshop, who gives me all the latest tips and secrets.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I knew who that guy was.
Michael Spitz.
Yeah.
It's a slow day. We barely have a negative like ratio. I know. Got 6 up votes. Got 6 down votes, or 9 down votes. We go for a few more down votes.
Your dad, post another comment so that we know what you're talking about.
And thanks for the tip.
Yeah. Happy Heretic. Haven't painted anything yet this evening. Don't want to do the Muppets Ral Partha sent me. Might do the Muppets. And my Muppets, and by Muppets, I mean land dragons. Oh my god, no one's making sense tonight. Because it's late and I work 12 hours.
Oh, Joey Flores. Hey, where are you guys with those secret kill teams?
Should be working on them.
Should be working on them. Yep.
Your dad tips again. You guys, in terms of who cheats, or is it just rude to crush people? Oh no, I think I know who you're talking about. We've mentioned him on streams before. Our buddy Sean. He's not a cheater. He didn't cheat. He's just not the most fun opponent to play against. And your dad, you can tip. You can post chat without tipping.
More. Yeah, you can keep tipping. Yep.
All right, Joey Flores. How are the secret kill teams coming? No change on mine.
No change on mine.
I'm probably 25% done.
Mm-hmm.
I should get them done. It's hard when things sit for a while. They start to look less fun.
Yes.
Than all the new sexy stuff.
Exactly.
But they will get done because I want to do a video.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick is diligently working on his Dark Eldar kill team.
Right, because that's definitely what they are.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I was flipping through the book today, and I think I have figured out exactly what it is. And if I guess it, then say nothing. It's Grey Knights. He said nothing. It's Grey Knights. Cyclone 8974 drunks. Yeah, everyone in chat is drunk. I wish.
Mm.
Oh, okay. No, I mean that guy as a general term. We just don't like playing against that guy. Oh. Yeah, I've known some that guys. That YouTube channel, That Guy with the Glasses. No, I think one of my least favorite that guy moments was one of my friends I played X-Wing with would always concede when it looked like he was losing instead of playing the game out.
Mm-hmm.
That's no fun. It's fun to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun to be like, okay, I concede.
Especially because he would win a lot.
Right? Like this is someone who beat me 99% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I concede.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't concede. I want to win.
Mm-hmm. What a goose.
What a goose. That's the perfect descriptor. Just a big old goose.
Mm-hmm. Some say he's still giving up on games to this day.
It was great that he played Imperials when the great TIE Fighter Defender debate was going on, because it was just so good. It could perform a free U-turn action. It was devastating.
Mm-hmm. It was devastating.
GeForce member 45. The Titans have arrived. Oh yeah, you bought like 9 Titans. And the lone Magos has so far performed the rites of cleansing upon the first and has started to assemble the superstructures of the torsos.
Nice.
Wow. Good luck, GeForce member 45. You're gonna need
That's
all
awesome.
those Titans to fight all the kaijus.
And you better be posting pictures of this.
Yeah.
The EOB complete, or not the work in progress on the EOB Discord, and then eventually EOB complete.
Joey Flores. Okay, so you're about so close to being ready as your Warkai warbands. I see.
Exactly.
Gabri Blind. I'm painting Indomitus Captain. Any advice on painting the lantern on the shield? The lantern on the shield. I'll be right back.
Oh. Joy Flare says, no, it's fun to flip the table as you lose and just leave. Yeah. See, that's the problem. I've been hosting the Kill Team games, so that's just not really possible. I flip my own table, I'll break it. I think we're even in terms of our games. I think we're still we've played 8 games. I think we're tied for who's winning. Which is pretty interesting.
So I have the captain from Indominus. This looks like an hourglass to me. I'd probably paint it up as an hourglass, which I've been contemplating how to do, because this guy has an hourglass and the Judiciar has an hourglass. And I think I would start out by painting it blue, and then I would paint the sand, and then highlight the sand with white. Like, it would kind of be like you're painting it 2-dimensionally. You just pick probably a front on, or maybe a 30-degree side on look, and then paint the hourglass like it was 2-dimensional. There's actually a very good video. I think every stream I have to suggest one Zumakito video. His video on texture, he paints a potion, and that is a really, really good example of painting something in glass. And I will be billing him for all of the shout outs.
That's good. Because yeah, you're really giving it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that video is really, really good.
It is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it a dozen times. He goes through almost like everything in it.
Mm-hmm.
Joy Flies, no, it's fun to flip the table if you lose.
Yeah. Well, I was saying, but I said that it's not fun for me though, because it's my table, so it's gonna break.
Mm-hmm. Your dad. Mine had to be this dude brought Eldar jet bikes in 7th edition against 14-year-old me, who only had the Dark Angel side of Dark Vengeance.
Yeah, there's a lot of those people out there, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Look at how big this Space Marine captain is.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Can't wait to paint him up.
Mm-hmm.
In the black temp.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. I feel like they're quite a pair, too.
They are.
Like long-lost lovers.
Whatever else. I recently did a hobby stuff cleanup. Much more organized now. But I now realize how large my stack of shame is.
Yeah, that's what happens. Don't clean up too well, or else you'll know.
Mm-hmm. Happy Heretic. Does Zumakito sponsor your live streams? No.
Should though.
Although if Zumakito decided to live stream, I mean, I would make it my mission to be there.
Mm-hmm.
At 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah. Joy Flares, you better fix that, Nick. Your boys in blue deserve nothing less. Exactly. I was saying that I think we're even in terms of wins.
Yeah, probably.
I think we're exactly even.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with Joy Flores. My boys in blue should win.
Mm-hmm.
They should auto-win every game. I think orcs have that rule.
Yes.
They're coming out with that new box set. That's what it's gonna. That's what it's gonna have.
Yeah, the orcs have a lot of options. The Space Marines have a lot of options.
Man, that game. That like also like I bet now that we're pretty good at playing the game, I bet you we keep that pace.
Yeah.
And like that's fun because we're just making decisions. We're going.
Yeah,
we can start getting 2 games in a day.
We probably could. I mean, we finished one in a little bit over an hour.
Yeah.
And we did have to look at the rule book for like 2 things.
Yeah.
If we can just look at the rule book for no things, boom. All of a sudden, we're getting more games in. The Space Marines are winning more often.
Yeah, losing a lot more too.
I feel like the orcs are a very good matchup against Space Marines.
They are.
I can't wait to play my Space Marines against the Eldar.
Oh my god, I want to see
or your
that
Tau. One day Nick's gonna slip, and then we'll all know his secret kill team.
Well, Ben technically has seen my secret kill team.
That's true. I'm gonna text him right now. Offer him $5 to give you up.
And Lucky Bat knows what my secret kill team is.
Ah, I could get out of Ben.
yeah. Lucky Bat won't tell you.
Simon Thornton, what are these models from? These are showgirl performer minions from the game Malifaux, which is it's like an alternate history science fiction game based in the year 1901 in kind of an evil city called Malifaux. It looks like a lot of fun, and I'm painting some up so that we can get some games in and maybe give you guys a little Malifaux content. Happy Heretic. So my birthday's coming up soon. Wife told me to pick out my present. Can't decide whether to get a basic airbrush or more Star Wars Legion minis. Happy Heretic, how big is your pile of shame? Because depending on the size of that pile of shame, that airbrush could maybe come in handy.
Although Happy Heretic gets stuff done.
That's true. That is very true.
So I would be surprised. I don't know. We'll have to see the answer.
James Cameron Clark, there was a that guy at my school's Warhammer club who once threw someone's mini out of the 4th floor window, and another time stood on another dude's Lehman Russ. Wow.
Jeez. That sounds like a menace.
Yeah.
And his name, Mark Zuckerberg.
It's ya boy, Mel. Currently working on my Indominus Captain. 3 hours in, almost done.
Nice.
Lucky Pat, I am the keeper of secrets.
Happy Heretic. My pile of shame is never big enough. Maybe I'll do a vid on my pile of shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely should.
In my research,
just to go through it.
In my research, don't title it pile of shame.
Yep.
It's not catchy. It's not grabby enough.
Yeah.
I think I watched
models,
just about
more problems.
Yeah, I think I watched just about every single pile of shame video on YouTube. And I think some people were cheaters.
Oh yeah.
I think some people had like store merchandise. Like, that's not a pile of shame. That's just inventory.
That's true. And I hope you left those comments for those people.
Happy Heretic. This is true, but again, more minis. That's true. It's hard to say no to more minis.
Then you have more problems.
Mo minis, mo problems.
Where is the color that I want right now?
I was looking at my Grey Knights the other day. They're so neat. I don't know.
Is that the next army? What's the next 40k army you think you would go balls deep into?
I mean, I would like it to be sisters, but we're talking a major investment. Whereas my Grey Knights would be done with 3 more boxes of Grey Knight Terminators and the necessary HQs. Like, literally 30 Terminators is just about 2,000 points.
Wow.
So that'd be probably be, and it'd be fun, because I think my plan for them is something I've never done before, which is you build the whole army and then you paint the whole army, which should lead to like perfect everything being the same and everything looking good together. Man, those Sisters of Battle are nice. I could also just work on my huge backlog of Space Marine stuff. My Gene Stealer cult could also use a little time under the sun. James Cameron Clark, the Mound of Why can't I say it?
Ignominy?
Yeah. Ignominy. There will always be more minis, but new tools. New tool skills need to be nurtured. That is true. There will always be more minis. I know Kirioth just did a video on FOMO, the fear of missing out, which I do 100% agree Games Workshop is capitalizing on as hard as they can. But I always remember that there will always be more minis. If you didn't buy Indominus or Piety and Pain or whatever, doesn't matter.
But I'll be sad, though, if I don't buy it right now.
But then won't you be happy once you buy another thing?
No. But I want it now.
Ah.
Agnes McFlan, my boy, you need to finish that pile of shame first.
That's true. I mean, the Grey Knights are part of the pile of shame.
That's true.
Grey Knights are cool, though. And I've always wanted to paint Kaldor Drago.
In Harry Potter, right?
Yes. Yeah, Kaldor Drago's from Harry Potter. James Cameron Clark. And with a resin printer, that pile of shame becomes infinite.
That is also true.
Yeah, part of the reason why I don't have a 3D printer. I also think resin is kind of a pain in the butt. And I got enough stuff.
And it's a whole hobby on itself.
Yeah, it's a whole hobby. I'd probably paint less.
And be more upset because it's really hard.
Yeah, I'd paint less, but
to start.
somehow have more to paint. Dash Struggle, you'll buy minis and completely forget you even own them after a few years. Then you will never forget the ones that got away.
GeForce member 45 just posted a breakdown of everything that needs to be assembled over on the Discord.
Oh my god.
I love it. Oh.
And people wonder why Games Workshop doesn't lower prices.
Yep.
Because some people got that cash money.
Yeah. I love it.
There was somebody posted a great comment the other day where someone was like, Games Workshop is only after people with money.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Malifaux, with a resin printer, the pile of shame also causes cancer.
Yeah.
Whatever else. Until they show up on eBay for 1/10 the price. Holy cow, I'd buy it for 1/10 the price. The deals on eBay are getting a little leaner and leaner every day. I know somebody posted a work in progress Titan for $100 more than it
Wow.
costs.
That's insane.
Or not to eBay, to one of the Facebook groups.
Were people being mean to him?
Yeah, they were. And
Good.
yeah, it just a montage of people being mean, and then people reposting the rule where you're not supposed to engage on people about their prices.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Let's see, do I have a crappy brush?
Timothy Ayers, hey y'all, I'm painting more bull centaurs than any sane person should. Happy Heretic. I wish I had a fat stack of YouTube cash. Oh yeah, they see me rolling with my AdSense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and they're not kidding when they say AdSense.
That's very true.
It's me. It's your boy Mel. I don't have money. I have an addiction.
Yeah.
Don't get blue in the paint. Don't get blue in the brown paint.
Yeah.
It's my new hit single.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be dropping on Spotify soon. Got a preview, guys. You got lucky. Usually the previews are on the Patreon,
Yeah.
but because you just let one slip.
Mm-hmm.
You do have a song on the Patreon.
I do. And it's pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm.
What Patreon tier can they see that with?
I think all of them.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds a little better though at the $9 tier.
No, we just added just a brand new tier at $100.
Mm.
And that's where it is. Happy Heretic. Hey, I ran a blog for 2 years and got $1.50 from AdSense.
Yeah, there you go. Rolling in it.
Rolling in it. Don't spend all that in one place. I would invest that.
No. Yeah. Mr. Lion Guy, speaking of eBay, is that the only place where you guys can find and paint a mounted Bretonian damsel for a wonderful wife who puts up with me and the little boys painting little green monster people? Probably. I'm not up. I'm not up on my Warhammer Fantasy Battles knowledge.
Me either. I just know I like gremlins. I love the Gloomspites. And you looked at the book, my Malifaux Bayou book a little closely.
I did.
A little more closely today. There's not one sculpt in there that I don't like at all.
No, it's all winners.
Mm-hmm.
Mon de Tier. Wee! Long stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we on the Models and Memories Weekly, episode 1, somebody mentioned that they painted like 102 of the Malifaux Bayou boys. And that's like all of them.
Yes, it is almost, and they answered the question later. I was like, yeah, it's just about all of them.
Yep. Which I get. Like there's so many good models. It really is hard to pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Malifaux looks like a ton of fun. Mm-hmm. Great, awesome models, and a really good Games Workshop models teach you how to paint and stuff, and then those models you really get to stretch your skills.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're tinier and harder to paint.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last model I paint for my performer is going to be Colette Dubois, my master.
Mm-hmm. G-Force member 45. Money is an illusion. We never really had it in the first place.
Oh.
Yeah.
G-Force member 45. What's your favorite Godzilla movie? I think for me, it's a toss-up between Godzilla vs. Biollante or Godzilla Tokyo SOS. No. Godzilla vs. Destroya. Those three.
There you go.
With honorable mentions being Final Wars and, oh my gosh, also Shin Godzilla was a masterpiece. Vite 009, Big Monkey is better than Godzilla. Angus McFlan, Malifaux off the top rope Lucha Libre box is my favorite. I don't know that one. It sounds fun though.
It does sound fun. Yeah. It seems like they just had a lot of fun making the game.
Yeah. Happy Heretic, Terror of Mechagodzilla was always been my favorite. Great way to close out the Showa period. Was Terror of Mechagodzilla the one with Titanosaurus that came after the introduction of Mechagodzilla? Joey Flores. Psh, they had to buff Big Monkey to get him onto Godzilla's level. G-Force member 45. That's a tough one. The toss-up for me is Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, Final Wars, and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. I think we can all agree the best Godzilla movie is Son of Godzilla. That one's often regarded as the worst Godzilla movie ever made. Everyone says I am correct. We need to make another thing. Jay is right.
For once.
Jay is right for once. Yeah, I grew up on the Heisei series. Was that the really good ones with Space Godzilla, Destroya, Biollante, Godzilla 1984, and Godzilla vs. Mothra? Because those ones were all legit. I think honestly those ones are probably better than a lot of the movies in the Millennium series. Oh, in 1989. Is it Godzilla 1989? Is that the first one where Godzilla comes back?
Happy here, it's like, dude, I saw Son of Godzilla when I was 7, and even then I knew it was shit.
Yeah. Joey Flores. Wow, Jay, so brave of you to come out with support for Son of Godzilla. That movie clearly was a masterpiece and ahead of its time. Vite09. I've noticed that you haven't been using painting handles lately. Any reason for that, or just personal preference? I'd like to be using painting handles. I just couldn't find a great way to do it. Because I have to paint all of their legs separately. I could have drilled a little hole, but there's no gap between, like, there's no good spot to glue on, or to stick in a paper clip and then attach it to a base. This one would probably be the easiest, but the other two are just dresses that hang in air. It's just that the models are awkward. Really, I should just go ahead and paint their feet and underdresses so that I can glue them onto their bases.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I should do. James Cameron Clark. I love the design of 98 Zilla, and it came out when I was 12, so it was a guilty pleasure. It's not a Godzilla film in anything but name. Dr. Jokel. They didn't buff Big Monkey. They said in Kong Skull Island that he wasn't fully grown, and the movie took place in the 70s. John Kanjin? Is there a Mothra mini? There is a game called like Kaiju Rumble? Something like that. It's a boxed board game, and it comes with Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Rodan, maybe? But that, I know, is a way to get an active game that has a Mothra mini in it. Otherwise, I mean, there's 2.5 million Mothra toys from Japan. If you just want the mini. Angus McFlan, Mechagodzilla for my Salamander's army or on a night base? ? Oh yeah, 100% go for it. Ooh, here's a question for all the G fans out there. What do you guys think of the of Godzilla's redesign from the Millennium series? I always thought he looked pretty cool, but they weakened his arms so much that he looked a little bit like he lost a little bit of his power. I think one of my favorite Godzillas ever was from Godzilla Mothra or Godzilla. Oh God, what was it called? Was that one Godzilla? No, Godzilla Tokyo SOS was the second installment of the Millennium series, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. What's the Godzilla where they changed his background and they made King Ghidorah a good guy? That was Godzilla. Was it just called Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah? Even though Baragon is also in there? Happy Heretic. I actually haven't seen any of the Millennium series. Oh my gosh, you gotta get on that.
I haven't either.
Nick, you gotta get on that. No, you wouldn't like him.
No, I don't. Yep. You said it, not me.
Oh, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. Yeah, that Godzilla design was one of my favorites. Lucky Bat. How are you doing, Nick? Nick can join in the Godzilla conversation whenever he wants.
Lucky Bat knows.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Bat knows. You know what? I'm just painting fingernails over here.
Mm-hmm. Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. Also, Baragon is in the movie. I wish it was titled that. Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. Also, Baragon is here. Dr. Jokel at Joey Flores. Whatever, you lizard apologist, you. I like Godzilla. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody see the new Godzilla, the American Godzilla, the Monsterverse Godzilla Enter the Florpus, Godzilla whatever they called it? It was okay. I mean, it was probably as good as a lot of Godzilla movies. I thought it kind of lost a little of its charm, though. Also, not nearly enough Mothra.
Lucky Bat, your own fingernails? Your own fingernails? No, I'm painting work fingernails. What's some of my last steps?
Joy Flores. Godzilla versus Godzilla King of the Monsters? Yeah, that's probably what it was called. Hydro Glider. I wonder what a Godzilla in 40K would be like. I feel like it would be bigger than a spaceship and fly through space. I guess Godzilla probably wouldn't survive 40K. I mean, Godzilla is probably on par with like a greater demon of chaos. Force member 45. Godzilla 2014 was all right. Too much human story. King of the Monsters did a lot better in actually for the fights, and Godzilla vs. King Kong looks to be really good. Yeah. Happy Heretic. Loved King of the Monsters. Lots of homages to Toho movies. Yeah, the only thing that confused me a little is they seem to not quite get how Godzilla feeds on radiation, because they overcharge him by nuking his face. Like, Godzilla doesn't want to get nuked. Like, I feel like a nuke would still hurt Godzilla. It wouldn't just turn him into Godzilla versus Destroya meltdown Godzilla. But then he just gets over it instead of melting down like he did in Godzilla vs. Destroya. Which is probably one of the best ones. I think regular folks could watch Godzilla vs. Destroya and enjoy it. James Cameron Clark, Monsterverse has been pretty solid. Genuine excitement for the first time the atomic breath spits up in the 2014 movie. John Kajan, Godzilla or Gojira? Mr. Lion Guy, Godzilla is possibly some for Fenrisian sea monster in 40k. Happy Heretic. To be fair, they have changed how Godzilla feeds on radiation so many times over the decades. That is true. That is true. It was just kind of funny, like how dramatic they had the old guy, like, you know, give Godzilla a pat on the nose for good luck, and then he just gets nuked in the face. Timothy Ayers, after that thing with their nuclear reactor, they've been trying to get away from connecting radiation with Godzilla. I don't think that's true, because Godzilla and his radiation was a big point of the new movie Shin Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla has always been a metaphor for nuclear power and nuclear destruction. It's your boy Mel. I might be in the minority, but I really enjoyed the anime Godzilla on Netflix. Neat. You might be in the minority.
Is it bad?
I watched the first one, and it's kind of whatever. I skimmed the next two.
What's wrong with it?
It has the sin of having a more interesting movie hidden in the movie. Like, in the far future, all of the kaiju from Godzilla wake up at the same time, and so humans have to build a spaceship and leave Earth. When they come back to Earth, Godzilla has already defeated all the other monsters. And so some anime teenagers have to try to beat Godzilla, and they fail. And in the second movie, they were like, oh, the second movie is going to have Mecha Godzilla in it. And it turns out that Mecha Godzilla had actually turned himself into a city. And the city shoots at Godzilla for a little bit and then gets destroyed. And then in the third movie, they're like, well, this one's going to have King Ghidorah in it. And then it turns out it was just King Ghidorah's heads at the very end.
I mean, this sounds like something I would want to watch. Perfect.
Joey Flores, I look forward to the day where we can get the bureaucracy human story from Shin Godzilla with the action of the new US versions. That would be cool. I feel like Shin Godzilla was perfect. The way it was. I think Shin Godzilla is aiming for a different audience than the American Godzillas. The American Godzillas are kind of aiming for the I want to watch them fight and punch. Whereas Shin Godzilla is like a masterpiece in kind of dissecting the Japanese government of 2020. Ben Cheers. I really liked Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla. Love it. Love it. James Cameron Clark. I watched the first Pacific Rim Netflix episode and wasn't really drawn in. Happy Heretic. Anime teenagers always lose. I think, you know what? I think we're all missing the best Godzilla movie ever. The Roland Emmerich Godzilla movie. I mean, I think that one was perfect. Joey Flores. Shin Godzilla was a perfect adaptation of a Godzilla similar to the original movie, a masterpiece to be sure, but the kaiju fan in me wants big monsters fighting each other to the death. Yeah, that is true. And luckily, there's 30 movies with that. There's 30 movies with lots of punching. Now we have one that's a little bit more quiet and contemplative.
Boring.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you mean.
Yeah. James Cameron Clark. I think at one point they wanted there to be a MonsterVerse / Pacific Rim crossover. 98 Zilla is the Emmerich one. That big iguana. Oh, the Roland Emmerich Godzilla. In interviews, he very famously said that he didn't like Godzilla, and so for his Godzilla movie, he was going to make it all different. And everyone was like, "Cool. How about you just don't make a Godzilla movie?"
Yeah. Yeah, but how do you make a bunch of money?
Mm-hmm. Zilla got the proper treatment it deserved in Godzilla Final Wars. Yes, it did. Toho hated that decision so much that they bought the rights to Zilla and then had the real Godzilla beat him in about 30 seconds.
That's amazing.
Dr. Jokel, if Kong doesn't hurl a load of poo at Godzilla at least once in the new movie, I'm suing somebody. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to have King Kong fight Godzilla and not have it be like, so why doesn't Godzilla just win? Mm-hmm. Godzilla has atomic breath. King Kong is pretty strong. I'm sure they'll come up with something, but... maybe they'll give him lightning powers like they did in Godzilla vs. King Kong, which was the third Godzilla movie ever. Mm. And at the time, King Kong was actually more popular than Godzilla. Mm. And probably still is, to be fair. Maybe not. There's not 30 King Kong movies. There's like 11.
Mm-hmm. I mean, King Kong isn't cool.
No.
I mean...
yeah, there's only 11.
Yeah.
August McFlan. Monkey Mech! Happy Heretic. We all know Mechagodzilla is the real villain in the new movie. Ooh, I do love Mechagodzilla. We just need a 3.5 hour long Peter Jackson Godzilla movie. Can we stop with the making movies really goddamn long?
No.
If you have so much to say, why not just make a TV show?
That's a really good point.
It took me like a year and a half to see Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It's almost hard to justify it.
Mm-hmm. Monster Lion guy. You come for the mini painting, you stay for the giant monsters.
That's true.
Need to mix a little black paint in with my chocolate brown. I think, you know what, one of the very few Godzilla movies I've never seen is I never saw the middle Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla movie. The one with Rodan in it. It's one of the very few Godzilla movies I never saw.
I mean, how can you even live with yourself?
Mm-hmm, exactly. Dr. Joko. Kong is also going to have an axe with the blade made from Godzilla's back fin. You see it blocking the atomic breath in the trailer. Ooh, that'd be neat. Brett asks, Jay, you would sit through 20 hours of Star Wars or Godzilla movies back to back, but you can't stand for a single 3-hour movie? Well, I usually didn't watch movies back. When I was a little tiny kid with no responsibilities, I watched movies back to back to back. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Are the stories better for being 3 or 4 hours long? And it seems like that's where we're headed, but I don't want to watch Justice League. Why is it 4 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't like this version of Batman or Superman.
Mm-hmm. Also,
or Harley
like,
Quinn.
if there isn't an intermission, that's pretty crappy. I feel like.
I think there's actually intermissions every hour.
Yeah,
which
I mean,
is also
you
weird.
have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to do something so people can go take a piss.
Yeah. Some stories can't be told in 90 minutes.
Make a TV show.
Joey Flores. Justice League was good, but not 4 hours good.
You have as many seasons. You have all the time in the world if you make a TV show.
Yes. Yeah. You don't even have to make it good. Like, Walking Dead has been on for, 11 seasons. Is that a hot... That's not a hot take anymore.
No.
I have heard, though, that the new seasons are good. Mm-hmm. I still don't care, but...
AJ. I started painting 2 weeks ago, and I love Warhammer already. I binged a lot of your videos.
Nice. Glad we could help.
What are you playing? What are you painting? What are you playing?
Yeah. No wrong answers except Tau.
I hope it's Tau. AJ, you play Tau, right?
James Cameron Clark, if you cut out all the slow-mo in Justice League, you could probably knock off an hour. AJ, Ultramarines. Ultramarines are so cool. You should check out a channel called Luton09. He is a really good lore guy, and he is working on building a very, very cool retro Ultramarines army. And he has almost convinced me that Ultramarines are pretty cool. Mm-hmm. John Cajun, why are you always streaming in these ungodly hours for Euros? I know, but it's the only time we really have.
Mm-hmm. It's like the best time for us.
AJ, can you do a Robo Girly Man painting video? Probably not. I don't own the model. I don't really want the model. I play Black Templar. If Dorn ever comes back, though, I mean, you know, I'll be painting him up day one.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Heretic. Luton and Voldemort are my 2 top lore guys. For sure. They're my favorites, too. John Cajun. It's 5 a.m., you know. Not for me, it's not.
Not for me either. We're just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
Hydro Glider. It's only 4 a.m. It's fine.
Jay Flares. Hey, Jay, how do your streams work with your new routine every day? Oh, I'm just more tired.
Yep, more tired. That's why I've been doing it.
Yep.
Because I've been getting up at 7 for a few weeks now. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Your Saturdays are a little worse, and your Sundays are a little worse.
Yep.
And that's just how it is. Dr. Drogle. Yeah, but it's only 10 p.m. and the only place that counts. America.
America. Fuck yeah. God, did everybody love America World Police? The puppet movie? I guess they're technically marionettes.
They are. I've only seen parts and pieces.
It's pretty.
Like
it's
clips,
pretty good.
like clips online. And
Mm-hmm. John Cajun. Well, we Germans thought that for a while. I know. In that movie, there's a really they got the way they would get away with things is that they would make all of the most horrible moments and jokes twice as long as they wanted. That way, when they showed it to the censors would be like, absolutely not. We cannot let you do this. We'll only give you half.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yes. And that's how they managed to work in like a 3.5 minute puppet sex scene.
Mm-hmm.
Or the main character vomiting like an entire kiddie pool of vomit. It's a very classy movie. It's one to show to mom or grandma.
Yep. I usually watch it with my mom. It's our favorite movie.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Jokel. The first time I saw the scene where the puppet throws up, I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. Yeah, it's pretty much perfection.
They've never really gotten in trouble.
No.
For anything that they've ever said or done. Is it because it's just so much?
It might be because it's so much. Maybe it's because it's always
cartoon.
been good.
Mm-hmm. It's also a cartoon, like cartoonish.
Maybe it's also because they never come out and say stuff. They just do their cartoon and shut up.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that helps.
Mm-hmm. I do like me some South Park.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Games Workshop is buying up content creators left and right.
Mm-hmm. I know. We're just a matter of time until we're part of that.
Yep. You guys will know when we start saying, man, Games Workshop pots are so great. I've never once had a paint go bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Games Workshop brushes are priced very competitively.
Mm-hmm. There's other games? I had no idea. Probably because they are not very good.
The Pariah Nexus is a wonderful game box.
Mm-hmm.
$160 for 12 models. Sign me up. Or no, it's $160 for 12 models.
Mm-hmm. A deal. The app is $300 a month? Hell yeah.
Beats 009. The only time they ever were censored was the episode of South Park where they had the Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, that's true. I think, though, don't they lampoon the fact that they were censored a few episodes later? John Cajun. Hey, Jay, could you tell me the best book to start with 40K Black Library? Well, everyone seems to love the Eisenhorn trilogy. I think it was just all right. It wasn't my favorite of the books I read. I really enjoyed Brutal Cunnin and the Necron book, The Infinite and the Divine. The Infinite and the Divine is my favorite Black Library book I've ever read, but it's it's only Necron focused. So if you don't care at all about the Necrons, you probably won't love it. I mean, you probably like it because it's a very good book. But like, if you're looking for Space Marines, you're not going to get it in Infinite and the Divine. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, Night Haunter is pretty good. That one's about Chaos Space Marines. And if you want something just light and funny, or light and good, not funny, the book Indominus is not bad. Especially if you just bought a copy of Indominus, it kind of makes you feel pretty excited to get some paint on all your little minis. Because it goes into detail on some of the new units that came in that box.
Mr. Line Guy, I have never spilt a whole pot of Null oil across my desk so the cat walked through it and onto the floor. Yep.
I have spilt. I don't think I've ever spilt Null oil, but I've spilt Airgrax.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow Mornfang Brown.
You mean you're on the desk?
Oh yeah, Fox. Yeah, a friend of mine spilt that all over the desk.
Yep. Well, now you can't even tell.
Yeah.
Because he painted the desk. I like the desk painted.
Happy. Yeah, it's super cool looking. Mm-hmm. Happy Heretic. Fuck it. I'm getting more Star Wars minis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Day 009. If the app was $1 a month, I would actually use it. I really like the army builder in it. I tried the free trial, but hell nah, I am not paying more than that. $5 for Paddle Scribe Premium is a yes. I would probably pay for it for $5 if it came with the codexes. It doesn't come with the codexes, which is hot garbage.
Mm-hmm. You should make a video about all this.
I should make a video about all that. John Cajun. No, not looking for Space Marine, just for Chaos Space Marine mostly. Oh yeah, Night Hunter is the book for you. It's the faction which let me start Warhammer 40k back 11 years ago, and now getting back into the hobby with my friends. Yeah, it's a trilogy of books. I think you'd really like it. They're very good books. And it's all about Chaos Space Marines. Night Haunter. James Cameron Clark. I'm reading War of the Beast series at the moment. Pretty good. AJ, I tweeted you my first 2 minis. Judge, please.
I'll send you.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a tweeter. But Nick will make it happen. I've never tweetered in my life.
Yeah. Well, EOB has a Twitter.
Yeah, of course.
Also, you should join the Discord group.
Yeah.
You got a link in the description. Post a lot of work in progress stuff over there.
And memes.
Yes, I saw them today.
Servant 7. Contrast is so sticky when spilled. James Cameron Clark. The very first time I opened my brand new Nuln Oil, I spilled it onto my brand new wet palette. Fun times, transferring them into dropper bottles tomorrow. Oh, dropper bottles. I get it. If you want it, it's fine. I don't think every person on the planet should. I think it's a big waste of time unless like you live in a climate or you're just very, very unlucky with spillages.
Or you're a giant nerd.
Yeah. Darn it, I got paint on her boob.
I hate when that happens. There we go. I just sent them.
All right. Luke, Kaksai, how's the Age of Sigmar minis coming on any plans to have more on the show? Well, I've painted one Sigmarine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming along great.
Yeah. I mean, I have a whole battle force of Gloomspite kits that are patiently sitting on sprue.
Ooh. A Space Marine Librarian, or the Space Marine Librarian in Phobos armor, which is a very, very cool model. I like the camouflage. And then a Space Marine Lieutenant from Indomitus with the Neo-Volkite pistol and a Storm Shield. Yeah, these are really good.
Yeah. Looking good. You painted within the lines.
I have to say, though, that does not look like an Eons of Battle base.
I don't think for my first models, I don't think I painted in the lines.
Mm-hmm. Montier, I was shaking my cerulean ink the other day, and the lid was loose, got a nice splatter effect on the ceiling. Hope the landlord doesn't mind my redecorating.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
Dr. Jokel, wouldn't have gotten paint on her boob if the paints were in dropper bottles. If I apply the paint directly from the dropper bottle onto the figure?
Yeah. Now, there's an idea.
John Cajun, is this in line with the YouTube terms of service? Painting boobs?
I don't know if you could paint a nude model on stream.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think I've seen boobs on YouTube, but I don't know if it's if
but
it's
you've looked
just
for those. You've searched that.
If it's just people doing it in terms of art, or if they just got away with it, like no one noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, because there is like on Instagram, if it's a sculpture, it's fine, but if it's a real boobage, it has to be hidden, kind of. Although people are pretty clever.
El Rondario, hi folks, finally got off work at Walmart.
Nice.
Happy Heretic. Speaking of EOB bases, I need a good one for the Rebels half of my Legion core set. Forest, which may or may not be coming out soon. Montier, hey, the stream is unlisted. That's like rated R, right? JPC, guess you'd better do a Dr. Manhattan. With the dong out, of course. Vite009, there's a subreddit for r/YouTube titties.
Oh my goodness. Of course there is.
Don't ask how I know. Yeah, I mean, unless you were doing something like painting some sort of a really heinous model, I can't imagine. I always forget. Is it Creature Caster? Is that the one that does the weird monsters and the pornography?
I don't know. I have no idea. Xenobq.
Xenobq! Xenobq, you need to tell us.
Because Xenobq has them. Has those models. Xenobq, where are you?
We need some plastic boobage.
Mega Blaster 326. What's the dislike record so far? That's a great question.
It is.
I don't really know. Not that many, and it's particularly on this stream, it's not going great. We have 19 upvotes and we have 11 downvotes.
Yeah.
And we're asking for dislikes, so this is BS.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Coxey, Heart Gloomspike gets. I agree. They're great.
Gloomstites are pretty good.
They're super good. Love a good gremlin.
Yeah.
Love a good grot.
I mean, they're no Seraphon, but...
yeah, they're better. But and that's okay. Not everything can be a Gloomspike kit. Some of it has to be bad, too. I would say, though, Seraphon would be my number 2. Seraphon are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Skaven. I don't want any human like thing though. It's not for me.
Yeah, I kind of get that. If you're gonna go fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like almost too many of the fantasy races are just people.
Yeah, or elves, which are people, or dwarves, which are people.
Yeah.
Some are just a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller.
These guys are small
Mm-hmm.
with tiny details.
Yeah. All right, now we have 21 upvotes and 14 downvotes.
Viteo9 dislikes count just as much as likes for the algorithm for engagement. So go ahead and raise the dislikes without worry, people.
I agree. John Cajun, what's your viewer base like? Only North America or also EU and Asia? Here, I can tell you exact numbers right here.
Mostly Kentucky, with a little bit of Minnesota, and
It's
parts of the Dominican Republic for some reason.
Yeah, really popular there. This is what YouTube tells us. This is the top 5. At 32.8% is United States, 17.1% is United Kingdom, 6.1% is Germany, 5.3% is Canada, and 4.3% is Australia. And then I guess the rest is
and
whatever.
The rest are here on Gilligan's Isle.
45.2% of our audience is 25 to 34 years old. 1.4% is 65 and older. 1.6% is 13 to 17.
Beat Day 009, you got a Canadian here.
Oh.
GeForce member 45. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll have most of the torso of the first Warhound assembled and painted. Neat.
Dr. Okel, I wonder if it gets skewed by VPNs, though. Probably.
Ah, that's a good point. A lot of people using VPNs now.
Is it everyone though? My
I
grandma
don't
isn't.
know.
Like I feel like when my grandma's using a VPN, I think that's when I'll care.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Drokel, are you using a VPN? Are you in Russia right now?
What I don't quite get is that like usually when consumers find a way around things, it changes. And so VPN just gets around like all of the the region restricted content.
Mm-hmm.
So is it just a matter of time before they lock down on it?
I don't know.
Or are they just gonna let it go?
I wonder if they can't. Whether it's too hard. Whether it's, I wonder if it's not worth enough.
Mm.
You probably have to ban VPNs or something.
Hey, he's watching Chilean Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Cops.
Yeah.
Get him. Joey Flores. Well, if you're using a VPN, it better be NordVPN.
Eons of Battle is sponsored by NordVPN. Exactly.
Watch our videos in 10 different time codes. Stream ultra-fast internet from North Korea.
Exactly. Created by dictators for dictators.
Happy Heretic. NordVPN is the best VPN for playing Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
But more on that after this audible trial plug.
Nice.
Just get every single one in there.
Mm-hmm.
John Cajun, after your experiences with the magnifying glasses, will you consider a magnifier lamp for future paint jobs? Maybe. Not a top priority.
That probably work a lot better.
It probably would work a lot better.
You.
I have used the glasses before. Again, just in my painting.
Ah.
Not for much, but just for little stuff. Mega Blaster 326. Somehow saying that you want dislikes, you have more likes.
I know, it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's really rude of people to do that.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, we're in the final stretches of getting our Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship.
Oh yeah. How hard is it? Do you think we could do it?
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen Raid Shadow Legends on a lot of smaller channels. I've seen a lot of big channels do it.
Would we have to not be could we have fun with it, or do you think they wouldn't let that?
I've never seen anyone else have fun with it. And I think they offer good money. So I think they might be a little bit more religious about what you say.
Interesting.
Steven Hoover, could you ever do a video on paintbrushes and which brands you would recommend? I wish. The only ones I've really tried out are Rosemary & Co. and Army Painter. And I don't know if they're the best of the best. I enjoy them. They've lasted a good long time with me taking little care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Big Gay Frog, hello.
Hello, Big Gay Frog.
No.
What?
My sleep schedule's getting to me.
Oh no! It's 10.
I know.
We're not even close.
I read a chapter of my Star Wars book and then lights out by 11:30. I have the Star Wars source books from the 1990s, and they're wonderful. They're not source books. They're the Star Wars Essential Guides, and they're wonderful reads. The new ones are good too. I have all the new ones, the 2000s published ones too, and they're good. but there's a certain charm to the 90s.
All right, Raid Shadow Legends sponsor.
I love when the ad reader says that they love playing Raid Shadow Legends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's so weird that all these big YouTubers really enjoy playing this game that sponsors them. That's so random.
This is interesting. This is from Raid themselves. Hi there, we do not sponsor. We cooperate only with these YouTubers who play our game and want to be our influencers. We do not pay money for it. That sounds like BS.
That does sound like BS. I know what Simon Whistler has gone on many rants about his interactions with them, and he has apparently gotten many emails. And so he finally wrote them back saying, and he threw out a number, and apparently like a crazy number, and they said, that's a bit high, but what about this? And they came back with another kind of crazy number. Mm-hmm. Although Simon Whistler is a very big YouTuber, so.
He is.
James Cameron Clark, I do like my Rosemary and Co. 33s.
Do they have a website? Jeez. There we go.
It's your boy Mel. The guys over at Flash Gets make funny Raid Shadow Legends commercials. You know what though? I bet they're not sponsored. No. I like the Flash Gets guys too. I can't imagine. For them, it's probably worth it just to tear into Raid Shadow Legends.
Mm-hmm. They have offices in Michigan, but there's no vacancies in positions. But we could work in California. It's few jobs. Game UI engineer, game platform engineer. I think we're just not quite able to do that. We're close though. How do I work here? Okay. How do I get sponsored? This is a hard website. This is hard to figure out. I bet they do contact you directly.
Mm-hmm. I know Cosmonaut Variety Hour recently did a Raid Shadow Legends plug.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is good. Get that money.
Mm-hmm. Happy Heretic. Just gotta fake it till you make it, Nick. Dr. Drokel. Internet historian makes funny ads for Raid, Nord, Raycon, and others, and he is sponsored by them.
Neat.
Amazing. Yeah, now that Tim Dillon got in trouble for saying horrendous things about the ads, he doesn't get to have fun anymore at all. He just says the script. He probably had the most outrageous, craziest ads I've ever heard.
Yes.
Like, beyond what you could probably get away with, which obviously he didn't.
For his yeah, he didn't get away with it. He was talking about the Ridge wallet, and he said that he killed his father because his father did not appreciate the Ridge wallet.
Mm-hmm. But like a 20-minute rant.
Oh yeah, it was so much.
Like too much.
Yeah, like a 2-minute ad read just took over the whole show.
Yeah. And for some reason, they didn't like it.
No. You know, there was another great ad read where he was talking about another Bachelor podcast. And by the end of it, he had called them all stupid. He'd said that the show was garbage and that no one should watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, they didn't sponsor another ad from him.
Nope.
John Cajun, any hints on the topics of your upcoming videos? This could be And could be a bit seller shop video be possible? Would appreciate it. I don't know. I haven't had tons of success with bit sellers. Mostly I've used in the past Portabits. But I don't know if I really want to suggest them. I've had bad experiences with them before. It's just they're the only ones I've been using. Like one time they sent me 2 lefts instead of a left and right, and they just never returned my emails.
Mm-hmm. Just moved right along.
Yep. And
if you want to know the videos early, that's on the Patreon.
It is on the Patreon. I can give some very, very cryptic hints. Mm-hmm. Books, metal, bases.
Pretty good.
Yep, those are your hints.
I know what those are.
Strokle, did he kill him with the Ridge Wallet, though? Well, did you know the Ridge Wallet is very easy to sanitize?
Mm-hmm.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, ever. Yeah. You put the hand sanitizer on your hands, you wash your hands with your wallet in your hands, and then it's sanitized.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Heretic, making metal bases out of books. Oh no! The secrets!
Yep. You figured out what the videos are going to be.
Mm-hmm. Mecha T-Rex. Bases. Honestly, the bases are my favorite. Yeah, the bases. I like the bases too.
Mm-hmm. Bases are coming.
Ridge. Lucky Bat. Ridge Wallet. Get away with murder.
Mm-hmm. He's wonderful. Yeah, I don't remember what episode it was. He went on a tirade on Magic Spoon cereal once, because it was like they were making him say like it's a new year, new you.
Yeah.
You know, eat this keto cereal. Yeah. It was like, yeah, if you don't want to be a fat fuck like me, you gotta get this kind of get the cereal going. It was like, jeez Louise, this is just really, really getting in there with it.
John Cajun, which member level do I need to subscribe to for previews of the upcoming videos?
3 buccarinos.
Yeah. Or buckitos.
Yes.
Depending on where you're from.
3 buckitos. Yeah. We publish it every Sunday for like the next week, and then we do, if you want to pay more money, we do talk about extra stuff on the Patreon live stream. So that's where you can really hear our ideas fly.
Mm-hmm. Those live streams have actually resulted in a lot of videos.
Those they have.
From suggestions or just talking.
Mm-hmm.
Chit chat.
Knowing Hoyt the Doinglage.
Knowing Hoyt the Doinglage.
And you could only understand what that means if you joined the $5 level and joined that stream.
Knowing Hoyt the Doinglage. Classy AF.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Patreon streams are fun. I think that's where a lot of the talking about stuff happens too. Yeah, that was a fun one last night.
Sometimes you just gotta knowing what you're doing.
Exactly.
I think I'm finally getting somewhere with this this dress. It's taken some time though.
Mm-hmm.
More and more paint. I can't imagine if this model was half the size it is and a gremlin.
Yeah. I can't wait. Might need to take the magnifiers back.
Yeah. Dr. Jokel, I'm annoyed enough when YouTube notifies me that you have a new video up. Why would I want to get annoyed ahead of time?
That's true. You know, I don't think it's for you.
Oh, the Discord. Some silly billies on the Discord.
What happened?
Oh no, like remember that guy who was like, "Do you guys have to plug your videos so much?"
Ah, yes.
And we're like, "Yes."
Yeah, I mean it's part of
This is our Discord.
It's our Discord. That's what it's for. Brett S., I feel bad for missing last night. Had to catch up on sleep.
You should feel bad. Sleep is for the weak.
Although, I mean, you can go back and watch it if you really wanted to. We keep those up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be the downfall of our channel.
Probably. That's why they're behind a paywall.
Yep.
Exactly. That is why they're behind a paywall. You can get a little bit more wet, a little bit more wild.
In that order.
Yep, in that order.
The Dalius. Yo, bro, how are you doing? Damn, it's 5 a.m. here, but I really wanted to see you on stream. Ah, well, you made it.
You made it happen.
John Cajun, 3 Buccaritos successfully transferred.
Yeah! Nice. Thank you.
Welcome to the Patreon.
Yeah. And if you're on the Discord, you get to be part of the Patreon only channel.
I would suggest watching the orc song.
Yeah, you should.
It's a lot of fun.
Might have to scroll back a few pages.
Elron Dorio, sleep was for every week. Vite09, no memes and hashtag general. You know what? I'm going to post a meme in general now. Just to spite Vite09. I have to say though, one of the dankest collections of wargaming and just general memes I've seen in a while.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, positively dank.
I do really enjoy the Discord. Look at it throughout the day. Have a nice little chuckle. Did you see someone really messed up their finger?
Yeah.
You see that? I like to think, though, that person wanted to just flip us off because it was his middle finger. Jeez Louise.
Didn't that happen in an episode of Seinfeld? George thought somebody was flipping him off, and he ended up like following him. And then he finally rolls up to him, and he's going to give him the what for, and then he sees that he's in a cast.
It's pretty funny.
I don't know why Seinfeld again. I'm sure it holds up.
I mean, you watched it semi-recently.
Yeah, a few years ago.
I mean, it's probably exactly the same as it was then.
I like Seinfeld, though.
I don't even know how you can watch it. It is on Hulu?
Probably. God, I hate all the different streaming services. Just make it one and call it content. Everything is on there. No one in this earth is getting Quibi.
Except for me. Quibi's one of the best things I've ever had. Does Quibi even still exist?
I don't know. Probably.
I remember I worked on a Quibi show.
Ah.
When the world still existed. And I had that as my job. It was a game show that I don't think they ever made. But they had a set for it. It was I don't remember what it was. It was like some sort of reboot of some old show.
All in the Family.
No, it was like a game show.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't remember what it was though.
Beat Day 009. I need a streaming service that's just all the streaming services. Happy Heretic. Quibi is the best place to get to go for guides on playing Raid Shadow Legends. AJ, I would do the Patreon, but I wasted $1,200 on Ultramarines, a worthy cause. I bought so many models, paints, and hobby supplies, and only painted 2 so far. When I saw you didn't transfer pots, then I saw you didn't transfer pots into paint video after.
Ah, yep.
John Cajun, insane interpretation of What a Wonderful World. It's one of my
really
proudest creations.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
God, that was just an amazing time. I know one of our patrons just sent us like a meme.
Mm-hmm.
And then that afternoon, we turned it into a hit single.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Quibi is going to be done by the end of this year. Like all the, so it's basically done now, but the contracts are still through to the end of 2021. But Roku owns it retains the rights until 2027.
And then Roku will be dead in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's whoops.
I think Quibi, which is fine. I think Quibi bought Reno 911. And they brought it back in their like 11-second format or whatever.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, everyone's creaming over 4-hour things now.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I think they were like, well, the TikTok's important.
That's true.
I think that's what they were aiming for, but I think they don't understand why that's special.
No.
So they kind of just messed it all up.
Mm-hmm.
It's special because it's garbage. That's why it's special.
El Rondorio, this is the first time I've heard of Quibi. Good.
Yeah, that means you're a normal human being.
Oh, Quibi.
It means you have integrity.
You know what would be amazing? They should make... Okay, so I've got the perfect name for the streaming service that is just all streaming services combined. Blockbuster.
That's good.
Luke Coxeye, would you ever do a collaboration with other channels, and which ones? Well, we definitely will. Mm-hmm. But some that I would love to do one day would be Zumakito, Goobertown Hobbies, a couple of weird ones. Like I would love to do something with Baldemort, who's a lore channel, or what's the tactics guy?
Auspex?
Auspex. I like Auspex.
Mm-hmm. That would be really, really fun.
Mm-hmm. AJ, my brain regrets spending the absurd amount of money, but my Ultra Balls regret nothing. Ultra Balls, does whatever an Ultra Balls do. They follow the Codex Astartes.
Ultra Balls.
And they're on every box. Here comes the Ultramarines.
With balls. Dr. Jokel. Boomers. Kids like that click-clack stuff. We'll make it, but we'll make that, but more expensive and with a dumber name. They like that click-clack stuff. Exactly. That's what it felt like.
Speaking of click-clack, I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
click. Ooh-wee. I'm on my last boy for all the for all these boys for my kill team. I'm gonna take a picture of my knob. Although he does have the wrong loadout. Because I didn't I tried at a bunch of different loadouts for him before I decided on which one I really wanted. So I really should maybe because I have some knobs that aren't really fully painted yet, and I wonder if maybe I should paint one of them, take one of them and put on the arms that I actually want. I think this guy's pretty good though. Yeah, I put them in work in progress if you want to check them out. I want to see Nick's knob. Oh, you can see Nick's knob right now. It's a big one. Hey, AJ, you're painting orcs, Nick? Yeah. Painted a bunch of orcs. I got a bunch of blue orcs. If you saw the 1 week painting challenge, you could see me paint a ton of stuff. And I think I'm gonna finish this kill team up, and then I think I'm gonna work on a 500 point list. I'm gonna start working on that. Luke Coxey, we should go bully Brent at Goobertown Hobbies and make it happen. I think it'll happen. We know Brent. He's been on our stream every once in a while. So I think he would do it. I think the big thing is we have to come up with an idea that we all can do. So I think if we have one of those, and we have a bunch of things cooking, so I think it'll happen. Because really the big thing this year is we want to do a bunch of collabs. Happy Heretic. He'd probably be nice about it. Yeah. Well, there you go.
For those in the UK, taking a picture of your knob is a very different meaning.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty big knob, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Drokel, a ton of stuff. Didn't you end up wasting 4 days and then paint one truck? I did paint a bunch of models. I didn't finish a ton of models. So, there you go. I finished one model, though.
Mr. Smudge13, love these streams every night. I want to ask what you guys are thoughts on the Sons of Bahamut? Specifically the Mega Gargant. Can't help but want one. I don't know what this is.
James Cameron Clark. It's blue. Maybe see a doctor, Nick. I can't help but have a blue knob. Do you think they named him Knobs as a joke?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like a pretty amazing joke.
I mean, I think orcs were always based off of soccer hooligans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, slash Tolkien. Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm. The knobs. But I got a big old knob.
Yeah, get your mind out of the orc gutter.
Mm-hmm. I really do like my knob. It's really good looking.
Yeah, I mean, a week or two ago, I was painting some knobs.
Yeah.
Painting a bunch of knobs.
Mm-hmm.
Some big ones, some small ones.
Mm-hmm. Big old spicy knobs.
Happy Heretic. Little known fact, J.R.R. Tolkien was himself a soccer hooligan.
Ah. When I was a wee lad, I played soccer for 1 season, and then I didn't want to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided sports were not for me. And then I played bowling for a bunch of bowling. You know, I like a sport that you can drink beer and play.
So you're getting into bago.
Yeah. You know, bowling, you can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bago, cornhole. I prefer the name cornhole to bago. To be honest with you.
Boy, you know where knobs really shine? Kill Team.
Oh my
Holy
god.
moly ravioli.
I know. I was saying that my knobs don't have the right weapon options, and I honestly they do so well that I need to give them the real weapon options so that they can be truly who they are.
Mm-hmm. They were always meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Arandario. Someone in Games Workshop a long time ago proposed the idea that knob was short for noble. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, knobs are unbelievably scary in Kill Team.
Mm-hmm.
Servant 7, how many points you playing in Kill Team? We're still playing 100 because we've only been using the core book. Although it seems like things have crept up to 125. Which you know what that means. 5 lictors.
Ooh. AJ, now I see it. Nice knob, Nick. Thank you.
I was looking at the Kill Team book, trying to put together a Tyranid Kill Team, and holy moly!
Like with other
with other things in it besides just 4 lictors.
Mm-hmm.
Servant 7, 200 points with commanders. Does that mean that the commander is about 100 points, and then you put together the rest of a Kill Team? But the holy cow, the amount of warrior options available to Tyranid warriors is crazy. Mm-hmm. There's probably over like 10 options. Mm-hmm. And I can't quite nail down the auto take. If I could have 2, I think I know exactly what I would do if I was allowed to have 2 gunners, but you're not. You can only have 1, which stinks. Oh, the Kill Team I could make with 2 gunners.
Yeah.
The Tyranid warriors though are not cheap either. They're 20 points naked.
Yeah.
3 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much worse stats across the board than a lictor. Rondario, how many lictors does it take to reach the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Mr. Smudge 13, is there really any really good videos online to teach you how to play Kill Team? Not really.
Yeah.
I didn't find
reading
them.
the rules, asking questions.
Watched a lot of videos. Didn't find them helpful. One guy who's pretty good, he doesn't teach you how to play the game, but he's pretty good for like tactics and ideas. He's called Beernid40k.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we had more luck trying to play the game, writing down questions, and then asking ZNubiQ who knows how to play the game.
Mm-hmm. GeForce member 45 depends on the hive fleet. Yes, I'm starting to get a little excited for elites to see what what new stuff offers.
I mean, we pounded through the book.
We've played all the missions more than once, except for I think Take Prisoners. So maybe next weekend we'll try. Maybe if we can squeak in 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Do 2 games of Take Prisoners. Mm-hmm. The game where the game where Space Marines who are not good at close combat and don't want to be in close combat must defeat things in close combat.
Yep.
AJ, sorry, noob here. What is a lictor? A lictor is a tyrannid monster, and it's one of the biggest things you can take in Kill Team. It's a 4 wounds, 3 attack, big ol' monster. Servant 7, Glass Half Dead is a good Kill Team channel. He's okay. I don't like Glass Half Dead.
Ooh.
Glass Half Dead. He was the guy who was like, I need to be playing the worst Kill Team. I don't know. I don't particularly get into Glass Half Dead. John Cajun, what are your thoughts on the Chaos Space Marine wound discussion? I don't know. Are they people just trying to decide if they should go up to 2 wounds or 3 wounds or 2 wounds because Space Marines went up to 2 wounds? That'd be my guess. I have no idea what this is. I think Heretic Astartes in general could use a little help. Games Workshop has been doing a great job of making cool new stuff for the
Space Marines.
The Space Marines, but the other Heretic stuff like Tzeentch, Khorne, Slaanesh for Age of Sigmar, and
yep,
and Slaanesh for 40k. The Keeper of Secrets, the guy playing a harp that's made out of a person. Those are fun models. But not a lot has come out for vanilla Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think it's more based on the fact that they haven't been updated next. Well, I think Chaos Space Marine should probably go 2 wound. I mean, honestly, all Space Marines should be 2 wound because Space Marines are supposed to be really good, and they're not.
I think that's fine. I think they should be no wounds.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even exist. I think they should be as strong as Gretchen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always wonder how do you make Chaos Space Marines unique versus regular Space Marines? Like maybe Chaos Space Marines are. There's an interesting rule in Kill Team. You can you can take upgrades to models like leader. They're specialisms: leader, communications, medic, and there's a really interesting one called Zealot, which makes you significantly better if you charge. And I think that would be kind of an interesting way to go with Chaos Space Marines. Like, they're the high-risk, high-reward version of Space Marines. So instead of just being kind of even and strong... Yeah. Instead of just being kind of even and strong, I wouldn't mind if they were a little bit weaker, but they could pull off these crazy maneuvers.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like fun.
G-Force member 45. They're already unique versus loyal Marines, kind of. I mean, aren't they kind of mostly a different color?
Mm-hmm.
John Cajun. It's not safe right now to assume the 2 wounds will come as an update. Guess the Chaos Space Marine players just have to wait for the new codex. Most say that 3.5 edition was the best state for Chaos Space Marines. Maybe, but I mean, I bet Nurgle players and Thousand Suns players are like, nope, now's awesome.
Yep.
Whereas back in the day, it was like, oh, we each had 2 unique metal models.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you play like Black Legion or Chaos Undivided, I can totally get like. Here's the tricky thing. It's just like the Imperial Guard. Chaos should be as diverse as the Space Marine range. Mm-hmm. It never will be though.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
Roy Stern. Gonna start with Admech, Adeptus Mechanicus, or Astra Militarum. I'll do both. Got any suggestions? Units, must-haves. If you're going Astra Militarum, I think they still have a pretty good start collecting with a Lehman Russ, a heavy weapon squad, and a squad of regular troopers. So that's not bad. Adeptus Mechanicus, I don't know. I think they do have a start collecting, but it's kind of... I mean, it's fine. It's an Onagar Dunecrawler and 10 Skitarii, which is fine. I feel like the Onagar Dunecrawler is too good for your first battles. I would almost say maybe go with 2 boxes of Skitarii, or a box of Skitarii and maybe the Ophidian Destroyers, the Centaur guys with the treads and the guns.
And the dreads and the guns.
AJ, I know Nurgle Mortarion Mini is awesome as fuck. Oh yeah, the Mortarion is pretty sweet. Happy Heretic. Well, I'm off to bed later. Coward.
Good night.
G-Force member 45. The new Adeptus Mechanicus box now has Skitarii and the Scorpion tank. Okay. So maybe that one. Yeah, I mean, it seems like everything is in limbo to see what Games Workshop is going to do with the not Space Marine factions.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that they all get a similar treatment to Necrons, just a buttload of new units, and maybe a new take on a couple of old ones. Like they changed with Necrons, they changed the classic Necron destroyer to a Locust destroyer, and then added 3 more variants of destroyers, which is kind of cool. But other than that, we got all new stuff. Like 15 new units, including a superhero in the Silent King, and you know, Gazgul has shown up. Rowboat Girly Man. I bet every faction gets like their mega hero. With Eldar, it's probably going to be the Avatar of Cain. But instead of being a 1-inch tall, crappy metal model, it'll probably be a 7-inch tall, you know, fire god. That's going to be my guess.
You know, bet you that's a pretty good guess.
Roy Satin, Ment Adeptus Mechanicus. Well, can't go wrong with some Skitarii. I don't know. When I was collecting Skitarii for like a day and a half, I went. I bought a box of Skitarii and then 2 Onagar Doom Crawlers. Or no, 2 Iron Strider Belisari's, the walkers, and they were good, but they weren't good enough, and they're expensive, so I ended up selling them. So that's my experience with Adeptus Mechanicus. John Cajun, what would you... Oh my gosh, I am not a 40k knower of everything. I'm not even a 40k knower of... I just know a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you know a lot more than most people do.
What would you suggest going Death Guard as main army or vanilla Chaos Space Marine? Have Slaaneshi so far. I don't know. Well, you can't add Death Guard to Slaanesh. You could go vanilla Chaos Space Marine and then run Slanesh and Nurgle as elites. I don't know if that's super viable in terms of like tactics. But that's how to get them all in an army together. You might be able to ally. I know nothing about allying in 9th.
I mean, I don't know anything about 9th.
I have flipped through the book and looked at all the pretty pictures.
Mm-hmm.
G-Force member 45. Maybe the Swarm Lord will be useful in melee now. I know the Swarm Lord has always been overshadowed by the Flying Hive Tyrant. Because the Flying Hive Tyrant can fly. AJ, I want to see Sanguinius. Sanguinius is dead. Killed by Horus. Dr. Jokel, Jay, since Malifaux was set in the 1900s, you need to add some pit tar to that ballerina showgirl. John Cajun, same for me. 9th is really, really new. Yeah, I've read the 9th edition Necron Codex, and it's neat. I think it's a little bit better written in as a rule book than some previous codexes maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I am excited to try it out. It seems like there's a lot more army building options than there used to be in terms of stratagems and different choices. And I mean, obviously 15 new units.
Right.
Which everybody says that the Ophidian destroyer, or no, the Specker Spock's destroyer, what is it called? The Hexmark destroyer. Everyone says the Hexmark destroyer is poo poo, but I think I might pick one up because it sounds like fun. A deep striking, like 3 wound, 12 shot, strength 6 pistols. I mean, it's not going to kill Space Marines, but I bet you drop it into an unsuspecting squad of orcs, you kill on average half of them, and then you just throw it into combat.
See, but the thing is, you said that it sounds like it's going to be fun.
Yes.
So, I mean, that means it's bad.
What I should do is I should just take 3 of whatever's best.
Yeah. Exactly.
Feet Day 009. Yeah, that's I think a little bit the internet, since everyone is specializing, like tactics people specialize, lore people specialize, painting people specialize in only their one niche. I feel like you don't get as much fun. I remember the glory days of mini wargaming where like the same guys would be showing you how to paint, how to build an army, tactics that aren't quite right but they're fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I think most people don't have to worry about the meta of 9th edition 40K. Cuz you're not battling
though.
You're not battling, all lists of, Drukhari with the updated rules. You're battling Mark who brings his Eldar to the store every other week.
Right.
Like, do you really need the best of the best of the best in terms of tactics and stratagems to play for an hour and then, go get some Dairy Queen and then come back and finish the game?
Yeah.
Day 009. 9th has no rules for allying in matched play, but in open play, each separate detachment can be a completely different army. Yeah. And I think Games Workshop needs to capitalize on more ways to play. They keep trying, like with their command points or whatever, instead of I don't know, the just mathing it. Mm-hmm. Like instead of being like, okay, Orc Boys cost 7 points, and then you add in the gun, and then you add in the stratagem, and you add in the armor. Like there's a little number that just says Orc Boys 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they should somehow capitalize on that. I know they ran into problems where mini wargaming, when 8th edition dropped, they were only playing the points. No, God, what are they called? So points are, when you flip to the back of the book and you add all the guns and your upgrades and stuff on, and then there's like the open, like the not quite as competitive version. And they filmed like 20 battle reports doing that, and everyone was like, "We don't care. Do the matched play missions."
Mm. Joy Flores, Jay, I agreed with you up until you brought up Dairy Queen. Oh man, I don't.
Power level. Thank you, Vite09.
Yeah, I cannot think of the last time I had Dairy Queen.
I think I got it with my sister last year. It's pretty good. I got a shake that was flavored like those frosted animal cookies. It's pretty good.
So what's your horror story, Joy Flores? Of the Dairy Queen?
G-Force member 45. Oh, and a crunch cone now.
I still want chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah, like I think when you listen to all the tactics people and they're like, oh, the Hexmark Destroyer is no good, you definitely should not take a Necron Reanimator. I'm like, are you? I mean, they're thinking about, okay, if I play and make no mistakes, and my opponent plays and makes no mistakes, then we're really getting an objective look at this stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, how accurate are you really getting with that tape measure from Home Depot?
Incredibly accurate. Thank you very much.
I think both sides do their best. But in the end of the day, and it is published in the 40K rulebooks, the top priority is to have fun.
That's what Ben told himself too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to have fun.
Joy Flores. It wasn't a horror story, just betrayal. I was driven up to Toronto one time and got a burger there. It was great the first time, had all the fixings. You got a burger from Dairy Queen? Oh wait, Dairy Queen. I might be thinking of Dairy Dream, the ice cream stand.
I mean, they have ice cream at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, but Dairy Queen, isn't Dairy Queen like a fast food place? Or
I don't think so.
Okay. Can you get a burger from Dairy Queen?
I don't. I think you can get more than just ice cream.
Huh.
I don't know I don't know anything. I feel like I don't know anything anymore.
Yeah. I know an ice cream stand named Dairy Dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't think it's not an everywhere thing.
No, yeah, I think that was in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have food.
Okay. Dairy Queen is a chain place, and they have more than ice cream.
Yep.
Because at first I'm like, wait, what's a Sonic?
What's a steak and shake?
Joey Flores. Years later, I would go back to the same Dairy Queen, ordered another burger, and the burger was just meat and bread. Apparently you had to ask to add toppings.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dairy Queen has better food than Burger King, I can tell you that.
Ooh. By our Games Workshop, there's only a Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
Is Burger King better than McDonald's?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
It's more expensive, though.
It is, but maybe that's fine. Maybe it should be.
Maybe it should be. G-Force member 45. I miss Chick-fil-A.
Did it go away?
I don't think so. The Chick-fil-A around me is still open. I've never gone.
I have also. I don't think I've ever gone.
I remember I got into a big argument with this gay guy at work who was like, I would never shop at Hobby Lobby. And I'm like, I get Hobby Lobby isn't great, but at least, they pay their workers money.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, ooh, you know what, though? I love Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, come on.
You're not even... Yeah.
Like, at least I kind of get, like, okay, they don't like killing babies. They're not. But, like, Chick-fil-A is openly, like, awful.
Mm-hmm. And if you want more politics in your streams, please join the Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, gay people aren't politics.
That's true.
Nothing more political than Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Here's purple. There it is. Yeah, this model is coming along.
Mm-hmm.
I think there'll be a really, really big, long fixing stage for all these models.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, let me see what I can do to fix some of the things.
Mm-hmm.
They're so tiny. Yep. Precisely.
Should be 009. Gay people aren't politics. Eon's a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Except for gay marriage. Apparently. Yeah. What a world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
AJ, hey Nick, can I put a Space Wolf decal under an Ultramarine decal because he is Primaris? My lore would be he came from the Wolves as a Primaris and is now an Ultra.
I don't know if that's a question for me.
Nick is a huge into Space Wolves. Loves it.
Mm-hmm.
How would you see? The tricky thing is Space Marines start when they're children. Space Marines they can be conducted into the Death Watch from all different factions, and it definitely is not impossible to take a Space Marine from one faction and move them into another. Although they're very like honorable brotherhood and all that jazz, so it would probably be quite a tale to go from one chapter to another chapter. I know some people have done some pretty cool stuff where Space Marines from destroyed chapters have joined the Death Watch or have joined other chapters, and so they wear the heraldry of their chapter, but there's like 10 of them left. Not enough to start the whole chapter up again. And there's a thing in the Death Watch called Black Shields, where Space Marines from Dishonored or possibly even Chaos factions rejoin the Imperium by coming to the Death Watch as Black Shields and offering their services. But if you think it would just be cool, then yeah, go do it.
Yeah.
That's really the only deciding thing.
Mm-hmm. If it'd be cool. If you think it'd be cool.
And if you ever want to upset a Facebook group, post a female Space Marine.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Are you gonna get you raise their blood pressure?
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody posted on our Discord a meme where it said it showed off the new skeletons from that new Shadow Spear game, Shadow of the Colossus, Shadow of Mordor, whatever it is, and it says some gatekeepers frightened that some of these skeletons might be women.
That's amazing.
Rio set 10. I mean, isn't it kind of irrelevant for Kitchen Table Warhammer, the lore stuff? Yeah, I think though people get a kick out of creating lore and backstories for all their stuff. I know I do on occasion, especially for my heroes.
Occasion? Seems like all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I don't come up with a backstory for like a squad of tactical marines. Well, to some extent. I mean, they're all part of one particular crusade. But other than that...
Okay.
But, you know, like I haven't named them all. Except for a few of them.
All right, your story is really unfolding here.
I have a scout called Red One. Because he performed so well in some game way back in the day that I used a name generator to give him a name. AJ, I thought Primaris were Space Marines already, then became Primaris. I think the newer Space Marines that are becoming Primaris are Space Marines who are going through the Rubicon Primaris. Primaris Space Marines are just regular Space Marines. So they start out as children and are indoctrinated and given their organ implants, and they're given several additional ones that take them from a regular Space Marine and turn them into a Primaris Space Marine. And the Space Marines that were given to the giant batch of Primaris Space Marines that were given to Rowboat Girlyman by Call were. They were regular old Space Marines, but they were put in stasis for like 10,000 years. Because Call didn't know exactly what to do with them. Keenan Tanti, can someone explain Primaris? Or did I just miss the explanation? So way back in the day, Rowboat Girlyman, sometimes known as... oh my god, I'm forgetting his real name.
Rabute Gilliman.
Rabute Gilliman. He saw the need for bigger, stronger, better Space Marines, and so he sort of instructed Call, the one of the smartest Adeptus Mechanicus Magoses, to work on that, and he did, and so he invented the organs to turn a regular Space Marine into a Primaris Space Marine who are a bit better. And he invented the Mark X power armor and all of the new Primaris vehicles and weapons. He's essentially a super nerd, and no one trusts him. There's even a point where Call is having a conversation with Gilliman, and Call's like, "Hey, you know, we really should be using some of these Chaos Gene Seed because when the Emperor invented the legions, he used all of the Gene Seed. That's what was meant to happen." And then Gilliman is like, "Do not, under any circumstances, use the Chaos Gene Seed." And then Call was like, "Okay, I won't. Scout's honor." And then Gilliman was like, "He's gonna do it."
Mm-hmm.
Vite09. Robo Booty Gorilla Man.
Exactly.
But yeah, at this point, most Space Marines are going through the Rubicon Primaris to turn into Primaris Space Marines. A few heroes have gone through the Rubicon Primaris, particularly Marnius Calgar, the Chapter Master of the Ultramarines. But yeah, I think Primaris are pretty neat. I do like the idea of things changing and getting newer, a little faster, a little shinier.
Warhammer 40k end times when?
Couple of weeks away.
Do you think they'll end times it? Within the next decade?
Within the next decade, I bet I don't think we'll see an end times, but I think we will see a big reset. It'll probably either be the Emperor dying, or like a new something to change the entire status quo. Dr. Jokel, the irony of the guy giving the in-depth 40K history lesson calling someone else a super nerd is blinding. Call is probably the smartest person in 40K.
Mm-hmm.
Although people say it's ridiculous that he can do that because the Emperor invented the Space Marines, but the Emperor was not all-seeing, all-knowing. I mean, like any good supervillain, he created his own destruction. He invented his sons, and half of them turned traitor and killed him. So it's not like he was infallible.
Yeah, you're definitely not a super nerd.
Mm-hmm. Keenan Tanti, thank you, sir. Cal sounds heretical as all fuck. Ha ha ha. I love the lore of 40K. What is Robo Girly Man's Eldar girlfriend story? I've heard Major Kill talk about it. Oh yeah, Major Kill. Holy cow. But I don't know how serious that part is. It's not serious. So, in Psychic Awakening, there was an Eldar. There was a Dark Eldar who was getting prophecy about the return of the Primarch. And so, with the help of a couple of other, with the help of a couple Inquisitors, the Black Templar, the Black Templar chapter, and Saint Celestine and Call, they built a suit of armor that would fix Rowboat Girly Man. And so, and because she's an Eldar and she's was kind of the main character, and Rowboat Girly Man was kind of the main character, they are shipped now. Mm-hmm. I don't remember her name, but she has a really, really fun cat.
Oh, the Ynnari.
Yanid? Yeah, Ynnari is the new name for Eldar, right? I think it was Yvrain.
It's Eldari, right?
Is it Yvrain? God, I can't remember.
Yeah, we're not name guys. That's one thing that we don't know anything about.
I definitely can say I don't know my Eldar very much.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy because you love them the most.
Mm-hmm. John Cajun, what are your thoughts about Fabulous Bill? Love Fabulous Bill. James Cameron Clark, Yvrain. Yeah, I was right on my 5th try.
Mm-hmm.
Vite 09, Rowboat Girthy Stan. Yeah, I would love to read the Gathering Storm books, but it's hard to find that lore. And they were pretty polarizing books, so it's hard to find really good information on them.
Mm.
Yeah, I like the changes made to Space Marines. I think it makes them more interesting,
mm-hmm.
a little bit more unique. I don't love all of the new models. The only one I hate is the new Storm Speeder. I think it looks like a shoe. Tay Hair, when do you think we'll see Felinids and other abhumans in 40K Astra Militarum? I thought there was a battalion of abhumans. There is, yeah, abhumans exist all over the place. There are some that are sanctioned, like Psychers are abhumans. The guard units Ogren and Ratlings are also acceptable abhumans. The Felinids, if Games Workshop wanted to capitalize on furries, they would do the Felinids, which I honestly think would be a smart move.
Mm-hmm.
I think expanding, as some gatekeepers like to say, watering down the brand is really smart.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets more people into it.
Yes.
Yeah. And once again, Star Wars is working on some anime stuff. And a lot of my friends don't give a crap about Star Wars, but they'll probably check that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're watering it down.
Yeah, because they're ruining it.
Mm-hmm.
Vite09. Robute Gilliman is just this hobby's Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh, Benedict Cumberbun. Eggs Benedict Cumbersnatch. Keenan Tanty. Will the Grey Knights get Primaris upgrades? The Doomslayer might need the help. I hope they get Grey Knight units. I hope they don't just get access to the Primaris units, though. I hope they get their own. I'd like to see the Terminator stay put, but I could definitely see the old Strike Squad getting turned into a Primaris Strike Squad.
That would be pretty sweet.
It also wouldn't quite make sense if they just poured it over like Grey Knight or Space Marine Intercessors into Grey Knights. Like, because all Grey Knights are Psychers, so they should have armor and weapons that reflect that.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Keenan Tanty, Star Wars anime ? Yeah, there is a show in the works, which is a collection of shorts made by a bunch of different anime studios in the world of Star Wars, and I cannot wait for it.
Call that dancing around the burp.
Mm-hmm. Dark Treant. I described Gilliman as smart metahuman who's trying to fight multiple gods and people who know who I mean. Tahir, I think they'd go the way of the weebs and make them much more human-like. If I recall, the Emperor used to have full beastmen. I know there used to be some beastmen in 40K. I know I've seen people kit bash Beastmen Imperial Guard regiments using some of the Beastmen kits from Warhammer Fantasy Battles. And it is neat. And technically the Tau are supposed to be amassing a bunch of different species of aliens in their help to spread the greater good across the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So far we've only seen Vespid and Kroot get models, but... Elrondorio, a collection of shorts sounds like laundry day.
What do you think Tao's going to get an update?
I don't know, probably pretty soon. I bet they get a bunch.
Do you think it's get some more aliens?
I hope they get more aliens, and I hope they get some melee stuff. Because apparently, currently Tau have like no close combat whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
No, some people might argue the Kroot, but not really.
Are those suits bad in combat?
Yeah. I mean, strength 4 punches. Couple of attacks.
Don't have any power or anything? Really?
No.
Wow. I would assume that they would.
The suits are mostly gun platforms.
James Cameron Clark, is there any race from the lore that you like to get a model?
Boy. I mean, the Harud seem pretty monstrous. People went nuts when they brought back the what are the Zotes. So I wouldn't mind seeing some Zotes make a comeback. Probably not as a full army because there's got so many goddamn armies, but yeah, maybe a small sub faction, or maybe Zotes could join the Tau.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, you could kind of work anything in that way and just say they join the Tau.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then you have to play the Tau.
Beat009. Dark Eldar have a couple of different alien mercenaries in their model lineup. Oh, they do! I completely forgot about that. Like the Slith, which is the snaky people.
Ah, yes.
And their beastmen have a couple of weird monsters. Like there's one thing, I think they're called chimeras in Games Workshop, but they're just the D&D monsters. Like, they're the D&D monsters with no skin. I can't remember the name of the monster from D&D, but yeah. G-Force member 45. I'd want to see a Norn Queen. I don't remember a lot about the Norn Queens. I don't remember if they're enormous or smaller than you'd think.
I only know one Norn Queen.
Everyone's favorite. Keenan Tanty. I need everyone's opinion. How would Rey do in 40K? R-E-Y, Rey, like Star Wars? I mean, I don't think any Star Wars character would last in 40K. 40K is just so extra.
Mm-hmm.
John Cajun. Gonna watch a movie. Thanks for the great morning, and greetings from Royo Satin.
Yeah. What movie? And how could it possibly be more interesting than this?
G-Force member 45. They're pretty big. You know what model I've always kind of liked? The super heavy for the Tyrannid. The Hierophant Biotitan. It's kind of neat looking. It's a little spindly, but pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anakin in his prime, maybe, or revamp, but I agree 40K is hilarious OP. Yeah, like, Anakin on his best day. I mean, Anakin couldn't even defeat, what's his name? Count Poo Poo. He would get owned so hard by any Space Marine. John Cajun, he hasn't watched the new Gojira movies, and we have like 7 a.m. here, and we'll end with a good Gojira action.
There you go.
Ooh, VTO09. My friend got a Hierophant Titan. It's huge and spiky. Weirdly, the body is made up of different resin than the limbs. It was yellow. I wonder if I've seen somebody build it. They didn't go into the different resin. I wonder if they used a lighter resin for the body so that the legs could support it.
Ah.
Although it seems like they haven't used that resin, the light resin or the different resin on the giant monstrosity that is the Warlord Titan. Because I think the Warlord Titan weighs like many, many pounds, which is absolutely unacceptable for a model. Dr. Rogel, 40K had what looked like a female Space Marine back in the day called 40K female warrior Gabs. It was a horrendous head and some horrendous paint jobs in Google Images. Yes, the only examples of real Games Workshop made female Space Marines, way back in the days of Rogue Trader, for like a couple of weeks, Space Marines were actually prisoners who had been had been conscripted into war into as soldiers, and some of those soldiers were women. That was before they came up with all the knights of old and the chapters and all that stuff. Under Illumilite Corp in Michigan makes a yellow tan casting resin. Yeah, I know. I've gotten to look at some of the really cool smooth-on stuff. And their super, super light foam resin actually does give you some pretty crisp detail. That's not what they used for the Hierophant, I'm sure. But, like, if you wanted to make something enormous and very light, that would be a really good way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Luke's Coxeye, guy from Midwinter Minis, is building the Warlord Titan. I know, I've seen that. I haven't watched because he hasn't made a video about it yet. He's been doing streams, and so I'm waiting for him to do a video on it. GeForce Member 45. In the Warlord's case, the torso itself is hollow. Most of the weight is actually in the legs. I don't think I would ever get a Titan, but the only one that I think is really, really, really cool is the Reaver class Titan. I just like it. It's the perfect combination of like old school silly 40K and more modern 40K.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think a lot of people think it does look pretty dated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know if it looks, $700 cool. Actually, I know it doesn't, but. Yeah, and I mean, and instead of getting that, I would rather just get
everything
100 Primaris Space, way over 100 Primaris Space Marines, or a couple of different armies, couple of different game systems.
Yeah.
GeForce Member 45. The Reaver was a fun build. Show off. Maybe I'll get one of the little Reavers for Titanicus. Although the day that Titanicus or the flying game, which is called... it's got a big, dumb, ridiculous name. Aeronautica Imperialis. The day one of those games comes with a little tiny Thunderhawk gunship, I'm going to buy that so hard. I want a little Thunderhawk to go on my desk. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted. GeForce Member 45. I got some galleries of the build if you want me to post them.
Yes.
Yes.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Taher, I'm going to have a bad time. I just got my first army, missing out on 4 models because there's no stock, and I have yet to paint them. Like, you have 4 more things to buy, but they're out of stock? Or you have models, but you're missing 4 models to make a squad. I know Games Workshop, everything is out of stock currently. I was looking at my chaplains because the Discord reminded me, and I somehow still have never bought the Chaplain Grimaldus, the Black Templar Chaplain. So I think I probably should rectify that. Although, if you could believe it, it's currently out of stock. Vite009. Roommate has a Warhound Titan, and my other friend kept telling he was going to buy a Warlord just to one-up him. He bought a Titanicus one. Made him think he bought the actual 4-year-old one. Tahar. It's 2 Venerable Dreadnoughts and 2 squads of Eradicators that I need to purchase. Eradicators. I'm sure you can get Eradicators. Eradicators are the Melta guys that first appeared in it's getting late. Indomitus. I'm sure you can get those online, unless you're holding out. I think the multi-part plastic kit comes with the heavy multi-melta, and if you're a stickler for WYSIWYG, then you'd probably have to get those from that box. But yeah, online I think they're going for decently cheap. And actually, I don't know if it's still true anymore, but Venerable Dreadnoughts were also going for pretty cheap on eBay because they came in several different Space Marine Start collectings. Tahar, to complete my 2K point army. Wow, very nice. 2K is a lot of models, a lot of points, a lot of time, a lot of painting. GeForce member 45 posted them over on EOB Completes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I will definitely have to set up a new palette. This one is getting a little old.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be able to buy beer soon. Kino Kinones, I got a Nyum Nyum model and I forgot why. Where did you get a Nyum Nyum model? Is that for a Star Wars customizable card game, like from the game way back in the day? Like, where can you get a Nyum Nyum model? Dark Treatment. My 500-point army is 10-man squad of scouts, 9 with snipers and camo cloaks, 1 with missile launcher, 9-man squad of intercessors, and 1 Primaris captain that is upgraded into a chapter master. Ooh, neat. Yeah, the scouts with camo cloaks is probably really, really good at that points level. El Rondurio, it took me quite a while to get my Eradicators. The instructions did not include rules for assembling squads of them, so I had to buy the newest Space Marine Codex. The Space Marine Codex doesn't have assembly instructions either. Oh, the rules for assembling, like what you can take with them.
Ah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because, yeah, I think one out of every 3 can take the multi-melta. And the other ones just have to take the Eradicator Melta. I have heard that they are like the thing in game. Like they're a really good unit. Kino Kinones, 3D printed. Nyum Nyum does not have enough demand for a Legion expansion. You know what? I guarantee one day we're going to see Nyum Nyum. Nyum Nyum flew the co-pilot seat when Lando did the second attack on the Death Star, or the attack on the second Death Star. You know, I mean, if that doesn't put you in a place of Star Wars lore, I don't know what does. I mean, Nick, you know all about Nyum Nyum.
Oh yeah, obviously.
He's right up there with Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Servant 7. Tahir, are you in the U.S.? I know a shop that has 2 boxes of Eradicators in stock.
Oh my gosh. We're making deals happen now.
We're making dreams come true.
Also, 34 upvotes and 16 downvotes.
What?
This is absolutely ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. That is not nearly enough. They should only be downvotes. I won't be satisfied until there's only downvotes. I think with my Eradicators, I might try to design and then make Nick print these little Black Templar decorations to go on their backpacks.
Yeah.
Little tombstones. I kind of want tombstones on their back. I think it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Treant. I need 5 Primaris Assault Intercessors, wanting to make a squad of 10. Ah. Yeah, I think I'm going to be picking up a box of the multi-part plastic kit of the Assault Intercessors pretty soon, because they come with, from what I've seen, they come with tons and tons of bits. And I want those Primaris bits. Kinokinones, I just love that Num species canonically speaks Kenya's language, Kalenjin. Dr. Drokel, starting an online petition for the Nyum Nyum, aka the Pancake Kid miniature. Oh, Nyum Nyum. Servant 7, Accidentally Cool Games, is that the name? Accidentally Cool Games from Minnesota, has 2 in stock now. Good shop, I order from them a lot. Accidentally Cool Games, that is a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Not if I order them first.
Ah! Oh my god,
that's okay. I already have Eradicators.
That'd be the greatest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Steal them.
Yeah, I think Primaris are steadily taking over, and I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Kinokinones, Legion just got around to adding Lando. We'll still have to wait at least a decade for Num. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's true. There's no Garrido yet. They might start adding like stuff from Mandalorian, because it's hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it is kind of fun. Like, I remember when X-Wing would come out with stuff from Star Wars Rebels, and it was fun because, like, hey, I just saw that thing, and now it's in the game. Even though Rebels was my favorite show.
Mm-hmm.
Sabine's not even a pilot, but she gets to fly the Interceptor, whereas Hera's the best pilot in the Rebel Alliance, but she gets to fly the bus. The space bus.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Hera Syndulla. She deserved better than that snot-nosed brat Ezra Miller. Or no, Ezra Bridger. Kinokinones, Valrek started a rumor that 30K is getting a new starter set relaunch, so new old Marines might be in the future. Maybe. I know 30K, though, is pretty specific about, like, what specific marks of power armor and which variants of vehicles existed during specific battles during the Horus Heresy. Boy, and I can't imagine Forge World hanging on much longer. I mean, I guess people are still buying Warlord Titans every other day, but man, are people really paying double for crunchy resin Space Marines? It seems a little wild. I know I saw there's a great photo on the internet of somebody putting a Mark II Space or a Mark 3 armor Space Marine next to one of the Betrayal at Calth plastic Mark 3 Space Marines, and the plastic one just looks so much crisper and sharper. Mm-hmm. It's just like, yeah, it's just better. I mean, and then, you know, Forge World was kind of meant to be like a little bit more boutique, but the resin is not good.
Yeah.
It's better than Finecast, but it's still not that great. Plenty of companies do much better resin. I've heard that most recasters do a far better job than Forge World of casting their own models. El Rondorio. Forge World, the place to get Blood Bowl star players and the specials for Necromunda. Aquino Quinones. I started with 30k and Australia has a trade deal with China, so... Dr. Jokel. Half the quality for twice the price. How can you go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they don't have hardly anything for the Xenos factions. And yeah, it's just weird. Forge World is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should pivot to 3D printing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want a Rhino from 1998? We'll make it happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want this one particular Games Day model from 16 years ago?
We got it.
Yeah, and like they just came out either last weekend or a couple weekends ago. They came out with a new unit for 30k, and it's like, holy cow! Does 30k get like 2 or 3 units a year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why they keep it around.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense.
G-Force member 45. They just sent all of the Xeno stuff to the farm to live out the rest of their days.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the farm, we're going to be wrapping it up in a few minutes here, folks.
Yeah.
Quinones. Forge World made sense in 2008, but like a lot of things in 2008, Forge World deserves the axe. Yeah, Forge World is bizarre. And it's almost like Games Workshop and Forge World are different companies, but they're not. And they produce models for the same game. And it's like, if there must be the same company, like is Games Workshop and Forge World must be the same company, or else but the Betrayal at Calth boxes were like active competition for Forge World's 30k game. Because I bet a lot of people stopped buying the resin Mark 2 and 3 Marines when the Betrayal at Calth boxes came out, and everyone was buying the plastics. It's so weird. Quinones. The worst part about those World Bearer characters is that they were previewed a year ago. Does anyone else remember Eldar Corsairs? Those felt like a fever dream. Dr. Drokel, if they did 3D prints, do you think they would remove supports or box them with support still on the mini? Probably box them with support, right? So that you can do a good job of doing it, as opposed to them having to rip them off and probably break it. G-Force member 45. Ever since Dan died, Forge World has lost most of its drive. Interesting. I think either merge them into one company and call it Games Workshop, or do something very different with it, like making it a 3D printing service or something.
And people would pay for it.
Yes, they would. They absolutely would.
People would go crazy for it.
They could even, like, I bet, I've heard that, like, supposedly Forge World destroys its master. There's no earthly way they would do that. I mean, at the end of the day, they're a model company. It would not take up much room to keep around the old masters of all the Forge World models. Just pay someone to 3D scan them and make them available. People would go crazy for the old Kroot models or the old school Eldar models. Probably the folks who buy Titans. They would love to throw money at that. Moniteur, can they just sell me individual bits already? Yeah, that would be cool too. Can you give me 10 Primaris left arms with Neo Volkite pistols? Boom, done. G-Force, what do you mean old school Eldar? They still use the damn things. Kino Kinonas. Forge World got rid of the masters for Cast Wars by dropping them. I believe they'd get rid of anything for any reason.
I mean, they could just scan the models too.
That's true. Yeah, if they have them. I
I
mean, they're out there.
They find some weirdo,
Yeah.
scan them.
All right, folks. It's that time.
It is
I
that
am
time,
ready
exactly.
for bed.
Exactly. I've already put on my nightcap.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a bunch of videos this week.
Yeah, we
have
did.
a bunch of, so watch them all. Send them to your mom.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of videos this next week, and we'll be back.
And then
with
and then
another
we're
stream.
going on hiatus for 7 years.
Exactly. And then we'll be back on Monday for another live stream at 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
So join us for that.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
And stream.